What if I told you that for the same amount of money you just spent on a coffee and a croissant, you could build an automatic money printing machine that generates over $4,000 a month in the future? Would you believe me? Sounds like some hyped up online ad, right? But let's be real for a second. $12. What is that, really? It's 2 Starbucks coffees. It's a work lunch. It's a subscription fee for a streaming service you might only use once a month. We spend these small amounts every day, every week, without a second thought. They come and go, like steam rising from a hot coffee, vanishing into thin air, never to return. My question is, what would happen if we forced those same small dollars to stay, to work for us, and to multiply? Here's a truth that many guys in their 30s and 40s secretly understand but rarely say out loud: we are stuck on a giant hamster wheel. We work harder than ever. The pay might not be bad, but at the end of the month, after all the expenses, the amount left to save is next to nothing. We have money from our labor, but we don't have assets. This means if we stop working tomorrow, the cash flow stops too. That's not freedom. That's an invisible trap, a complete dependency on our own labor. Many people think that to escape this trap, they need to do something big, land a huge deal, launch a successful startup, or risk it all on crypto. But that's a gambler's mindset, not the mindset of someone building sustainable wealth. Today, I want to introduce you to a concept, a skill, or more accurately, a system I call the $12 system. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is how you build freedom reliably, methodically, and in a shockingly boring way. So, how does the $12 system work? It's built on 3 great financial pillars that Albert Einstein once called the 8th wonder of the world: compound interest, dividends, and the power of automatic reinvestment. Let me break it down in the simplest way possible. Imagine you have a small snowball, just $12. You push it from the top of a hill. At first, it rolls slowly and doesn't get much bigger. But the further it rolls, the more snow it picks up, growing larger and gaining speed. After 30 years, that tiny snowball has become an unstoppable avalanche. Your $12 a week is that snowball. Let's get specific. $12 a week is $624 a year. That might not sound like much. But when you invest that money consistently into the stock market, with its historical average return of about 10% per year, something magical happens. After 10 years, you'd have about $11,000. After 20 years, that number is nearly $40,000. And after 30 years, you'd have an asset worth approximately $110,000, all from just $624 a year. But wait, we haven't even talked about dividends and reinvesting. Dividends are the share of profits that large stable companies pay you just for owning their stock. And when you turn on automatic dividend reinvestment, also known as DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan, that dividend money is automatically used to buy more shares. Money makes money, and then that new money goes to work for you. When you combine all these factors, that $110,000 after 30 years could easily grow to $200,000, $300,000, or even over $500,000, depending on your portfolio. It all starts with $12 a week. This small, steady, weekly investing strategy is incredibly powerful, precisely because it solves some of the biggest psychological challenges investors face. First, it helps you eliminate the pressure of timing the market. When you invest a small amount each week, you stop worrying about whether the market is up or down today. When the market drops, your $12 buys more shares. When the market rises, the value of your assets grows. You turn market volatility into your advantage. Second, it trains you in the iron discipline of a true asset builder. Small actions, done consistently, without emotion. You are building a habit, an automated system. And in finance, systems always outperform emotions. And most importantly, it proves a powerful truth: time, not the initial amount of money, is your greatest ally. Every $12 you invest today has 30 years to work for you. The $12 you plan to invest next year will only have 29 years. That difference is massive. So, where should you put that $12? Here's a simple portfolio structure, optimized for long-term safety and growth, based on timeless financial education principles. Think of it like building a house. The first layer, which makes up 40% of your portfolio, is the foundation. This is the base of your house, extremely solid. You can invest in a total market index fund, like the S&P 500. You're not betting on a single company, you're betting on the growth of the entire United States economy. The second layer, the next 40%, is the dividend growth layer. These are your strong walls. These are sustainable businesses, giants that have weathered multiple crises and continue to pay dividends to shareholders. Names you know, products you use every day. The final layer, the remaining 20%, is the high-income layer. This is the plumbing and electricity system that generates a steady cash flow for your house. This can include real estate investment trusts or funds that focus on high dividend payouts. You can set all of this up on a reputable investment platform, activate auto-investing at $12 per week, and turn on DRIP. Then forget about it. Let the system do its work. Of course, this journey won't always be smooth. There will be silent enemies trying to sabotage your plan. The first enemy is unrealistic expectations. You won't get rich overnight. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Those who expect instant results will be the first to quit. The second enemy is panic. There will be times when the market crashes hard. Headlines will scream crisis. Your instincts will yell, sell everything. But your system says, this is when our $12 buys more undervalued assets. Those who stay the course will win. And the final enemy, perhaps the most dangerous of all, is comparison. You'll see others bragging about massive profits from stock X or coin Y. You'll feel like your strategy is slow and boring. But remember, you're not gambling. You're building a financial fortress, one brick at a time. Success comes to those who are consistent, not necessarily the smartest or the luckiest. $12 a week won't make you rich tomorrow. But it is the reason you could be financially free in 10 years. Think about it. The cup of coffee you buy with that $12 gives you energy for a few hours to keep working for someone else. The $12 you invest starts working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while you sleep. One is a disappearing expense, the other is a lasting asset. The choice is yours. Will you let your next $12 vanish? Or will you turn it into the beginning of your journey toward financial freedom? If you're committed to starting this week, drop a comment below. And if you believe this message could inspire a man out there who needs direction, share this video. Thank you for listening.